while we're there, why don't we talk about players who rose their stock this week? I'll give you my first one. I'll give you my honorable mentions first. Spalding from New England, who played in the left back role in the snow game, was okay. I think for somebody who we really haven't heard of, he put in a performance. He didn't raise it as high as the people that I picked, but I thought he had a pretty good game. El Goat, Alec Khan, the rebound from the 5-goal disaster in week 1 to be an absolute hero. He makes 5 saves in a game, but they were massive. Every single one of them was massive, either full extension or tips over the bar, late in game. Can you stop sneezing while I'm trying to talk? Thank you. Late in game, big full extensions, massive. The definition of stock up after week 1. And then my third honorable mention is Tyus Magno for the same reasons you talked about, except if you're going to have 9 shots and only score 1 goal, you're not my player of the week. I'm sorry. That's why Lewis Morgan and Patrick Klamala were not my player of the week.
Tyus Magno still scored 1. That's 1 more than Klamala, and you couldn't have picked Klamala anyway after that penalty.
No, I couldn't have. But my first stock up player, Red Bull makes, the world takes, Derek Etienne Jr.
That's a weird way to say Josie Altidore.
Stop. An absolute baller. This weekend. Best player on the field for Columbus by far. Creating chances, scoring goals. The improvement that he's had since he's left Red Bull has been immense. It's been absolutely phenomenal. 1 goal and 1 assist against TFC brought his tally to 2-2 on the year in three games. So he's on pace for the best year of his career attacking wise. But it's also his play off the ball that I'm really enjoying. MLS Gone Wild pointed this out, but I noticed it as well. He's coming inside a lot to allow Pedro Santos to play that wing back role. And he's also combining with Zelarayan, freeing him up into space and, working with Berry or Zardes as Zelarayan. All these attacking players are all kind of combining in the midfield there. Fantastic game, definition of stock up. Want my second one, or you want to go one?
I'll go one. So I kind of have a joint one here. It's more so focused on one person, but I have a joint honorable mention here for Alec Khan / Brandon Vasquez. But this is more focused on Alec Khan, even though I think Vasquez had the better game. But I think this is the Alec Khan redemption arc that we've been waiting for.
Redemption arc.
Yes, because he was my week 1 flop of the week, and now here he is on the stock up portion of the show. So great to see Khan bounce back from that week 1 disaster class. And just like you had said, he was phenomenal this game. Him and Vasquez single-handedly won that game for FCC. He made massive saves. He kept FCC winning, and he kept them in the game throughout. And then Vasquez went on to score the 2 goals, and they played the game perfectly. Like that's what you do. When you're the worst team away from home, you play counterattacking, score, like take advantage of your situation, of your opportunities, and then just kind of lock it down from there. And Alec Khan was a big reason as to why they were able to successfully lock it down. And I will gladly put anybody on here who stops Orlando from getting 3 points. So,
you know why I have 2 scars, really?
It's because 2 FCC players stock up.
It's because Brandon Vasquez had 2 goals and he's on my stock up. Up FCC straight to the moon. Like here's FCC right about here, right? And here's the moon, and they are going right there.
Straight to it.
Straight to the moon. Vasquez was really good at getting into scoring positions in this game. He was able to turn 2 of them away, of course, but the amount of shots that he was just getting off and chances towards goal and forcing Gallese into, covering the post or making saves in general is something that we haven't seen out of a FCC striker in a long time. FCC got their first win in 15 games yesterday. 15 games. And there are 0 ties in there, by the way. That is 14 straight losses.
Yikes.
So this is absolutely massive for this team. Good for Pat Noonan on getting his first career win. But again, if you watch, off the ball movement, really great, getting tons of good chances. And really, he should have had a third. He had a breakaway that Gallese made a bad decision to come out on, and he put the ball wide of the post. But still got the 3 points, still got the win. Brandon Vasquez taking FCC where?
Straight to the moon.
Right to the moon.
I'm also happy to see that you kept the NYC banner up there.
Oh, of course.
It's a good touch.
I mean, once the Yankees start playing, I'll cover it up like it'll happen in real life. But for now, I'll leave it there.
I like it. It's a nice touch. All right, so my other stock up player, it's going to be a quick one as well here. It's Dane Sinclair. We touched on it before. Massive week this week. What?
Why are you picking the players whose stock is already high?
What, Dane's?
Dwayne, yes, his stock is ridiculously through the roof.
His stock is not. He didn't even start a game all season.
Oh, we're going to talk about it. Don't you worry.
I said at the beginning of the season that the 1-2 punch at Minnesota was arguably the best goalkeeper 1-2 punch in the league. Probably is. I don't even know if it's an argument, to be honest. It is so criminal in this league that Dane Sinclair is on the bench and is the number 2. I mean, he may not be after that last game, but it is so criminal that he is the number 2. I personally think that he's even better than Tyler Miller, but I mean, it's just wild to me that this guy is not starting games for someone else. Like, I don't know what more he needs to do to show a team that they need to come grab him and bring him in. Like, what more do you need to see? He was great when he got his chances originally, when he first built up his stock. And now he jumps in here after a pretty long run from Tyler Miller. And he immediately took his chance, and it was phenomenal. I can't figure out what more he needs to do in order to get a starting job somewhere. I think I think I heard rumored that New England looked into Dane, which I think would be a good landing spot for him, especially with Matt Turner going out. But that's too much talent for Bruce Arena, so he probably won't do that. Instead, he'll probably settle for Nick Rimando out of retirement.
Speaking of New England Revolution, sorry, I don't know. Are you done?
No, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Not much more to add.
According to multiple rumors, Matt Turner suffered second-degree frostbite of his kicking foot during the World Cup game versus Honduras, which is why Bruce Arena and U.S. Soccer have not said anything about why he's been hurt. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, who would have thought people would get frostbite playing in like negative 15 degrees?
And people still want to move to the European calendar. I hate people.
It's just wild.
I hate people.